As the month of Ramadan is approaching, we all know that Ramadan is the month of forgiveness. We all want to be forgiven, but we don't want to forgive. We all keep talking about how Ramadan is about mercy and forgiveness, but we only keep thinking about, well, that's kind of Allah's job. His job is to be mercy and forgiving. We kind of forget ourselves. Abdullah ibn Masud radiallahu anhu, one of the companions of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was asked, how did the Sahaba welcome the month of Ramadan? And his reply was, none of us dared to welcome the month of Ramadan carrying even an atom's weight of grudges and hatred towards another brother in Islam. Forget brothers and sisters in Islam. How about our own family members? Sometimes we are holding grudges for months, even years, over silly things. Sometimes people don't even remember what the argument was about, but they remember they don't get along, and they're not willing to pick up that phone and forgive each other. So if you're asking me what to do before Ramadan, how to prepare for Ramadan, here's a tip for me and you. Let's pick up that phone or email that somebody, text that somebody, and say, I'm sorry. For the sake of Allah, it is not who is right. It's not that you are giving in and that you are letting them win. You getting a house in Jannah when you give up an argument, even when you're right. Not when you're wrong, when you're right and you give up the argument just for the sake of Allah. Some narrate that our deeds are being reviewed or submitted on Mondays and Thursdays, and Allah won't even look at the deeds of the two brothers who don't speak to each other. Those deeds get put on the side until they reconcile. It's not easy swallowing the pride and the ego, and that's the whole point of fighting with yourself. That is the whole point of giving up the pride and ego for the sake of Allah. That's when we are winning against the devil and the desires of our own souls. That's the purpose of being a Muslim. Letting go of silly little things, grudges, and being brothers and sisters in Islam.